Hey everybody, I'm Scott Weichel. You're listening to My Kind of Country. Thanks so much for joining us on a Monday night. Very pleased to welcome a return guest to the show tonight. He's got a brand new album out called The $1,000,000 Cowboy, and we're going to play a bunch of the songs for you tonight and talk to him about this great new project. It's a pleasure to welcome Jake Penrod to My Kind of Country. Jake, how you doing tonight?
Doing all right, Scott. How's it going?
Oh, fantastic. Good to have you back on the show again. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
My honor. So brand new music, $1,000,000 Cowboy. What a great title.
Yeah, I kind of borrowed the title name from our band name, the $1,000,000 Cowboys. I was wanting to do something else with it, but yeah, it's a long time coming. I think I've been working on this thing for 4 years, so glad to finally have it out there.
Yeah, everything kind of got slowed down there for a while, didn't it?
Quite a while, yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. JakePenrodMusic.com is Jake's website, everybody, and we'll put that information on our Facebook page for My Kind of Country. You can pick up this new album as well as some of Jake's other great music there as well. Jake, most of these songs are brand new songs that I've not heard before, with the exception of In the Corner by the Jukebox, which I believe James Hand recorded a few years back.
My pal Slim.
So are these other songs, are these songs that you wrote or co-wrote? Or?
All of them except the last two. The final song is a reworking of George Jones' tune, which doesn't sound anything like the way George Jones did it. I figured if we were going to do it, there's no way to try to imitate anything that Jones did, especially with my voice. I sound more like a cross between Webb Pierce and a chainsaw. So we decided to do something a little bit different with it. So the approach I took with that one was, what would Waylon Jennings do? But the first 9 songs on there were all written by me.
You got some great stuff on here, and you, as you mentioned, kind of some Waylon sounding stuff, some Hank Jr., Hank Sr. stuff, and I mean it's a nice balance. And you got some great songs on here.
I tried to put all of my influences on one record, if possible. I got most of them in there, I think.
Yeah, I was just going to say that I can hear a lot of different influences in there, so that's kind of what you were going for. I can hear, so you did a good job there.
Thanks, sir. Right on.
Well, tell me about Have You Ever Been a Fool? This is one I really like a lot.
I can't remember when I wrote that. I think it was probably 6-7 years ago, and I couldn't tell you where the inspiration came from. It was just one of those songs that I could hear it in my head while I was driving or working or something, and I just wrote it down as soon as I got a chance to. But and most of the songs on there are kind of like that. I can't really remember, what inspired them. Of course, I've been writing these for, I think the oldest song on there was Little Mama, and I think I wrote that in 2006 or 2007.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of time passes between songs. I forget where they come from, but most of the time, they pop into my head, and I write them down as quick as I can before I forget them, and then it's done, and I move on to the next one.
Yeah, I get you. Well, you've got some great pickers on this album too, and it's very authentic, traditional country sounding, which is what I really love about it.
I appreciate that. A lot of those pickers are me on there. We did a lot of overdubbing. I did do had a few guys come in that I've worked with. Tom Lewis plays drums on there on 3 or 4 songs. James Shelton, the $1,000,000 Cowboy steel player, he's on about half the songs. I think I played steel on the other half of them. And one of my favorite tracks on there, the last one, He Stopped Loving Her Today, we've got Chris Reeves on guitar, and he plays with Hay Bale in Austin, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And just killer guitar player, and he did some stuff on there that I've tried to figure out how he did it, and it's still an enigma to me. The guy's just awesome. But yeah, I was proud to get some of those guys in there.
Oh, man. Hay Bale's a great band. I remember when Red Volkart played with them, too, man. Those guys are fantastic, man. Red Volkart is just awesome. I met him years ago, and he was playing with Haggard. And not only is he a great guy, but he's a monster player. And it amazes me that he's got such huge hands, with these sausage fingers. And, man, he just flies across those frets. I don't know how he does it,
It's crazy. I've been already moved off. Chris Reeves is kind of, I'd say he's sitting in Red's chair, but it's Chris is really holding his own. So I won't say he's Red's replacement. He's Chris.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say new guy. Like I said, it's been about a year or two now. Didn't get most of Hay Bale is on there. Kevin Smith played bass on that tune, but we didn't get Earl in there. But one of these days I do want to get Earl on a record, just to have Earl Poolball on something with my name on it. Would be real cool.
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
Earl's, of course, the piano player, listeners who don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. A legendary guitar, piano
Absolutely.
player, for sure, yeah.
Worked with Johnny Cash for 22 years, and he's actually, I didn't know this at the time, but he's the piano player that I heard on records that made me want to play honky-tonk style piano.
Oh, yeah.
Between Earl and Jerry Lee, those were my two, I guess, mentors via recordings.
You got some good piano on Erasing You, too. That's a great song.
That was me. I appreciate it.
Oh, wow.
I just kind of hammered around on it as best I could.
You did a great job.
Yeah, I was definitely going for a Jerry Lee kind of feel on that song.
Well, you are a very accomplished musician, so my hat's off to you. Thank you. I don't know how many instruments you play, but that's a lot of threats coming at you, man. That's great.
It's a handful.
One of my favorite songs, and it might be my favorite song on the album, is I Bet She Hasn't Cried at All Today. Man, I love that song.
Yeah. That was originally going to be a slow song. When I wrote it, I demoed two versions of it. One was real slow, and the other was upbeat, and I thought the upbeat song sounded more fun, or the upbeat version, so that's why we did it that way. But that's probably the newest song on there, if I'm remembering right. I wrote it in 2019 or 2020, so it would have been one of the newer ones.
I like it, man. It's right in the pocket, a good shuffle, and it's just right there, man. I have listened to that a whole bunch, and I keep going back to that one. So that's got my vote, I think, for my favorite on there.
All right, cool. I know it's got Country Music People magazine out of the UK put it on. They have a chart called the Kickin' Cuts, and my understanding, I think it's the best dance two-stepping songs that they've got submissions for. And that went along with, I think, Erasing You were picked as number one Kickin' Cuts for the month of September in the UK. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's great. Another one on here that you did too. It's you don't hear a lot of waltzes anymore. And again, I go back to the kind of the Waylon sound. I think you got a lot of influence in this song. It's called Better Than Being Alone.
Oh yeah, and that's another old song. I wrote that in 08 or 09, I think. And I've been playing it on stage for years and wanting to get it recorded, and finally got that one out there. So that's one I don't like to use the word proud, but if I'm proud of any of my stuff, that would be one of them.
Well, you should be proud of this whole project, especially playing so many instruments on here and then singing so well. It's my hat's off to you. I have a lot of respect for musicians that can do it all like that. That's really great.
I appreciate it. I was more just relieved to get the whole project wrapped up and finished, so I can get it out of my head and start the next one.
Yeah, I think you're in the same boat with a lot of artists. Everything kind of came to a screeching halt there for a couple of years with the whole virus thing, and so now everybody's kind of getting back at it again. So it's good to hear all this new music coming out.
Yeah, and honestly, I kind of appreciated the break because when I started, I want to say 2017 with this record. What I had in mind was it wasn't going to be that great if I had wrapped it up that year or the next year. I definitely needed that little period of time off to kind of grow, I guess. I wrote a couple more songs that ended up on the record, but I can't really say I knew what I was doing when I started, and it was right around just after things started to open up where it just clicked and I knew what to do with the remainder of the album.
Well, that's great.
I'm happy with the way it turned out.
Absolutely. That's great. I guess that's a good way to look at it. It kind of made everybody step back, and we got some really fantastic music out of it, so good for you.
I'm ready to get started on the next one, I guess.
Sounds great. Folks, we're talking to Jake Penrod. JakePenrodMusic.com is his website. His new album is called $1 Million Cowboy, and of course you can get it at all of the streaming places that we get our music, and I assume you have CDs available for this as well, right?
We do, and I wasn't too sure about doing a lot of CDs. I think we did an order of 1,000 of them, and but I think streaming and digital downloads are probably what most folks are doing.
Jake, what's coming up for you as far as tour dates and promotions for this new project?
Oh, let's see. I don't know, really. I'm not playing by the rules. I know a lot of people do a tour and then, throw tons of money into promoting, and I'm just sort of letting it do its thing. If it takes off, then it's going to take off on its own merit, and not because I put thousands of dollars into promoting it. Partly because that's the way it should be, and partly because I can't afford to do it the other way.
Yeah.
So we're just going to see what happens with it. If somebody calls and says, "Hey, we want you to come to, wherever, Montana, Virginia, Florida, have guitar, we'll travel."
There you go.
But, we haven't really planned a tour or anything like that yet. But that's not to say it's not going to happen. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you've been doing some gigs with our buddy Jason James too.
Yeah, I had a gig with him this coming weekend, but I got a call for a bigger gig, and I texted him yesterday when this came through, and he's like me. He's out there hustling and doing all he can do, and I said, "Hey man, I'd love to play with you on Saturday, but I got this call," and he didn't even wait. He called for a fill-in, and then called me back and said, "Yeah, you need to take that one. I got you covered." So, but I do get to play with him once in a while. I'll play lead guitar or steel guitar with him, and he's always got. He's like me. He's an old soul, so he'll pick all the good Merle Haggard and old Hank Williams songs. Of course, he's got tons and tons of original, just great material. It's just that real old school, good two-step and honky-tonk stuff.
You bet. He's one of my favorites, man. I'm looking forward to new music from him. I know he's working on some stuff, so I'm looking forward to that too, for sure. Oh, my heart and soul is in traditional country music, and I thank you for carrying it on so well and writing your own material and putting out this fabulous music.
Well, man, I appreciate you playing it and listening to it. It's we need exposure. Like they say, we get offers for gigs all the time. They want us to play for exposure. You can die from too much exposure, but
that's right.
you're definitely fighting a good fight and exposing people to some music that they wouldn't otherwise hear, because mainstream is not really in our corner.
No, that's for sure. Well, we're happy to play, and we're going to play some more songs from this great album. It's called $1 Million Cowboy, folks. You can go to JakePenrodMusic.com and pick up a copy of this fabulous album. Jake, as always, it's a pleasure having you on the show, my friend. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, here's some more great music from Jake Penrod as we continue with My Kind of Country.
In the corner at the table by the jukebox, my favorite mourners, and I talk about these old hard knocks. Our lives are measured there by the bar's clocks. In the corner at the table by the jukebox, step inside where love has the table by the jukebox. So step inside where love has died, and you'll sure find me with sadness in a haunted face is bound to be. Hidden behind the door, this sorrow locked in the corner at the table by the jukebox. Yes, I'm hidden behind the door, this sorrow locked in the corner at the table by the jukebox. Have you ever been a fool? Have you ever tried to break all the rules? And did you find out how it feels to lose a love that's real? Have you ever been a fool? Have you ever played the part of the one who breaks everybody's heart, till the day you break your own and you wind up all alone? Have you ever been a fool? Have you ever been too blind to see the hurt you left behind, all the damage that you done, all the while you had your fun? Have you ever looked around and watched your castles as they tumble to the ground? Then you know just what it's like to feel like me tonight. Have you ever been a fool? As they tumble to the ground, then you know just what it's like to feel like me tonight. Have you ever been a fool? Replacing you with someone who loved me, leaving all the memories of how you treated me so bad behind. I'm erasing you, replacing you. You're not gonna hurt me anymore. I've just decided that I finally where I don't belong. I'm erasing you, replacing you with someone who loved me, and leaving all the memories of how you treated me so bad behind. I'm erasing you, replacing you. You're not gonna hurt me anymore. I've just decided that I'm finally gonna get you off my mind. I'm erasing you, replacing you with someone who loved me, leaving all the memories of how you treated me so bad behind. I'm erasing you, replacing you. You're not gonna hurt me anymore. I've just decided that I'm finally gonna get you off my mind. I haven't loved you the way that I used to in so long. Calling you baby just doesn't sound right to my ear. Kissing you feels like 1,000 suns burning my lips, and my heart's grown cold to the sound of your voice through the years. You try your best not to look at me during the daytime. You don't love me anymore, and I don't love you. But we hold each other as close as we can every night, 'cause that's the one thing key.